Hello and welcome to lesson 3 of synthesis. Today we're going to look at the two different synthesis items, who and whom. Now, even though they share some common characteristics, I'll be pointing out the differences between the two of these connectors by using the same sentence and combining it in a different way with each of these two connectors. Now, I'm going to begin with who. Who always gives us more information about a particular character or subject. In this case, the subject of the sentence is my uncle Hassan. I'm going to find out more about my uncle Hassan, but I'm going to begin first with the action. What do I like to do? I like to spend time with my uncle Hassan. I'm going to move this together. I like to spend time with my uncle Hassan, who is a competitive eater. Notice who comes before the verb is. Now this is going to be a pattern that you will observe. Whenever you see the word who, what comes after it is always a verb. And this clause or phrase that comes after who gives us additional information about my main character, Uncle Hassan. So I like to spend time with my Uncle Hassan, who is a competitive eater. So I know now my Uncle Hassan eats competitively. Alright, now let's return the sentence to its original function. Let's return it. My Uncle Hassan is a competitive eater. I'm going to bring who back down. I like to spend time with him. Now we're going to look at whom and how we can combine this sentence differently using the connector whom. Now remember, just now when we used who, it was followed by a verb and it gave us additional information about my Uncle Hassan. Now let's look at what whom brings to the table. My Uncle Hassan comes first this time, not the action, but the character. So my Uncle Hassan, whom I like to spend time with. Now notice here the difference between who and whom. Whom is always followed by a subject, another character. In this case, I. My uncle, whom I like to spend time with, is a competitive eater. My uncle, Hassan, whom I like to spend time with, is a competitive eater. Now in this case, whom shares some similarity in that it gives us more information about my Uncle Hassan. But here, the emphasis is on whom I like to spend time with. So whom follows the noun I. Once again, let's revise. I like to spend time with my Uncle Hassan, who is a competitive eater. Notice here, who is followed by a verb. Now if I were to rewrite this sentence using whom, my Uncle Hassan, whom I like to spend time with, is a competitive eater. And here, the connector is followed by a noun, I. I hope this clarifies the difference between who and whom and helps you in doing these exercises. Goodbye.